Welcome back, ladies and gents, to IEM San Jose. We are halfway, possibly, into the second semi-final here. It is between NaVi and Team Liquid. The first map was NaVi's domain. Sadly for Liquid, they just didn't quite get the start they needed. And now, if there's ever a mountain to climb, they have it, and it's going to be Dust 2.
Well, this is what we talked about going into this game. We kind of argued which NaVi was going to turn out, was going to decide who was the outcome and the victor here. But it seemed like everyone in NaVi was actually playing very well. Edward, Guardian, Zeus, C, all literally had their moments there. 16-7, very convincing result. And the thing is, we said on Dust 2, we couldn't see any way that Liquid were going to take this one. They're going to need an absolute miracle. Everyone needs to start waking up now. They need to have that good start, good bit of momentum going forward to actually give them a real solid opportunity here. Going into Guardian's death trap, I would say. This is the map he really does kick off on, Orb Playground, as it's referred to. And it looks like we may be going into the ninth round. I thought we'd be filling for a few minutes there, but it seems like these guys are ready to go. They're roaring. Let's go.
Liquid had to have had the perfect reset after that first map. Come back into this with the perfect mentality to take down NaVi. And Moses said it on the desk. Liquid need the crowd behind them. They need that six-man. We heard it in Katowice for Virtus Pro. Liquid need it right now in San Jose as NaVi's domain is about to get underway. This is where Guardian finds everything. And already the knife is looking like it will be possibly NaVi's. Here we go. Let's see what he goes got for you guys out there. Flame would have... All right, there we go. Flame is going to close it down, and NaVi's going to get the choice of side.
Well, this is the thing. On Dust 2, it's not a huge deal. It's wherever you feel more comfortable on. It's not really like, oh, you have to go one or the other. Most teams, I would say, would go CT, having that defensive setup and making teams come to you. This is where Guardian is a very good AWP on this one as well. He's very aggressive on Dust 2. You'll be seeing him boosted up, going towards B, going towards middle, pushing off short. They're going to kick this one off with no respect. That's going to be a very important factor on this map. They're going to be really fueled off that first map victory, and then going forward until Liquid have a response to that, that's when they're going to back down. Yeah,
and we saw the variety that Guardian can bring when he needs to on Mirage, especially against Luminosity before, just switching up every now and then, and this is certainly a map that does allow for it, but we're seconds away now, Henry. You know, if I'm going to push you for a scoreline, what do you think we're going to see? NaVi's going to be on the CT side here. What are we going to see on this one?
So I'd say I think Liquid will get to double figures, probably about 16-10 in NaVi's favour, but this round's going to be very important indeed. NaVi, I'd expect it to boost up towards short, get some intel towards the top of middle, try and find that first frag and see what they can do from there. That's exactly what's going to happen. Boosting up, this is a very common strategy, just to see if you can spot tease. If you can find a kill, that's a bonus, but looks like Liquid are going to be playing all their players towards long. There will be one person holding T-spawn as well. Make that two, actually. My apologies, as the bomber is in long doors right now. They're just waiting for nades to come in, but it's not going to be anyone waiting for them along.
It's time for Liquid to give this game everything they've got. They have the crowd here. They have everything. They have the stadium. They have the perfect opportunity to make history at this point. But standing in their way is NaVi. And already Edward's starting to get a little bit anxious, pushing up mid here. Fugly isn't too far off, bearing in mind. He's been keeping tabs on this one, as the T-side will make their play towards long, though. C's already going to claim the scalp of Elige. This is not the start that Liquid would have wanted.
Well, there we go. They're going to make their way onto the A bomb site now. Zeus is going to be waiting for them. Nitro finally finds the kill, but the round is slipping away from them. It's going to be the 4-on-2 situation. Fugly and Nitro. And Nitro should be getting taken down, and that's the bomb as well on the A round. Fugly was the one holding T-spawn, and he gave his position away once he tried to shoot Edward in those long doors. So they're going to be aware of where he is. I'm not really sure what he can do with this. Maybe able to find one kill here. Should be. Maybe two. Oh, unfortunately, Flamey will take him down there. So Liquid going for that long play there. I'm not really sure what the plan was, because they get out long, force the issue towards the bomb site, and then it's got completely destroyed as they made their way onto the bomb site. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Liquid had a problem with their economy the last map. They didn't actually get the AWP on one half whatsoever. Dren, one of the players they do like to give it to, but they're not going to be forcing it just this time. They're going to have Desert Eagles and Glocks and one P250. And the CT's actually playing quite a passive game here. They're going to leave Edward towards long, two players in B, and just for now leaving middle open as Guardian does rotate.
Okay, it's a fast play up towards short so far from Team Liquid. Flash is going to come out. They're pouring it in towards the A side, looking for a plant here. Guardian and Zeus actually flashed up, forced to back away from this. Liquid do have some sort of control, and Leaf's just going to dive down, catch out Guardian. That does mean they're going to get at least a plant at this point. Zeus going to go up for the challenge, actually not getting the perfect shot, but Cease is the one to do the damage, and here we go. They do take down the players, but the plant did come in. And Liquid making the most of a bad situation, but still NaVi picking up the round.
Well, the thing is, they didn't invest too heavily into that round. Getting 2 kills in the bomb, that's not actually too bad at all. That's actually pretty beneficial to them. They do have the option to buy into this if they want to. It's going to be a big decision to make for them. They have 4K across the board, so I'd say they're going to get the AKs out and try and take the game to NaVi here. They're going to be aware. Look at Guardian. He comes straight in that AWP, so it's going to be a big round on number 3 here. What's he going to bring to the party? Obviously, he's one of the players we talk about the most when we play NaVi. He's going to be an important factor as we enter round number 3.
He's in the right place as well. This could be devastating. Guardian picking up where he left off, but it is traded out. Nitro at least going to find one towards long. That's Edward removed. So 4v4. Can Liquid keep this pace up? Will they just challenge out Guardian? Are they going to commit to this? They're yet to go through the smoke. They're yet to show on long. Adren's building up towards short a little, but Zeus is waiting. And Flamey also watching that as well. Adren's going to at least alleviate some pressure from short. All right, this is starting to look more and more possible. However, there's that one man that we can't stop talking about that is still such a dominating factor. They're going to close in. Guardian finally goes down, and it's just down to Siege. This is a big round for Liquid. They need this to work out for them. They can't allow Siege to do any more damage. Hiko does have the bomb. He's going to get that one down on towards A. Actually, that molly's going to start hurting. Is Hiko in that? Oh my God, Hiko, he's down to 15 HP. This has suddenly gone a little bit dangerous, but there we go. Liquid finally get things started here, 2-1. And that's the crowd we need to be hearing, guys. They need you behind them here. They saved 2 of those rifles, and NaVi now left down to, well, a shattered economy.
Well, this is the thing. They had actually UMPs on that round, so they're always going to be on the back foot there. Guardian had to find something. Got 2 kills, which just wasn't quite enough there. So they're not going to be forcing this time, but Siege has got the scout. So he's looking to cause some damage here. Actually pushing into lower B, looking towards top and middle. But once again, Liquid have taken control along. Nitro's in the pit. Guardian will be going to face. But look at Edward, though. He gets towards the top of mid. Alish waiting for him.
And Alish's got the bomb here. If Edward catches him out, okay, there we go. Alish drops that off, gets it the hell away from him. Give that over to Fugly or anyone else. And you can see Seized and Edward just kind of playing both sides of Liquid at the moment. Edward buying time here, keeping Alish busy. That bomb is yet to make it up long. Hiko's broken in, that's Seized down. But Zeus, Edward and Flamey still keeping Alish busy. He made a meal of that one. That could have been so much quicker, so much cleaner. Now Adren on the cleanup squad, picking up 2 and should close down this round. Flamey, he knows the bomb was probably dropped down there, but there's nothing he could do to chase this. He knows Adren is looking for more, and he's going to get it. There we have it. Liquid bring it back at 2-2.
Yeah, hero of a dangerous round there. Adren finding 3 kills there and getting them out of desperation. The bomb dropped in long doors, and had they have found it, without him taking them out, that could have been a very difficult situation indeed. So we go into round number 5. The crowd are loving it. They're getting hyped. They're believing right now. The AWP has been played to the Guardian. He will be flashing towards the top and middle and facing as well. Not going to be an AWP on Team Liquid. He keeps going, though. That face, the aggression, he takes a lot of damage, but gets away with his life there. And now then, Liquid are going to be aware of his position. Are they going to take control of this? They're pushing straight through the smoke.
This is so dangerous. Guardian's going to be given the chance to do some serious damage. 1-for-1 trade, that's fine. They keep it in check. Great little split timing coming out from the tunnels. Liquid applying the pressure, and Flamey puts it all out. Picking up the double, cuts off the 2 players pushing through the tunnels. Leaves Hiko and Nitro to do the damage. Now, will they expect Edward? That's a big part here. Edward's going to find 1. It's down to Hiko here, Henry. This is dangerous.
This is such a huge round going forward. It's going to reset. Now, if they lose it, it's the one-on-one. There it is. The headshot from Edward comes in to finish things off. Fantastic play from him. It all came down to that fast split. Then Liquid, after finding out Guardian's position, they knew he was low HP, decided to sacrifice 2 men towards that. They knew he didn't have time to fall back. Took him down, but Flamey once again coming in with a double kill. Comes into that one-on-one, and they don't have the answer to find Edward there. So enter round number 6 now. NaVi 3, Liquid 2. They are going to be buying into this round. Adren's going to be on the pistol. There are 2 scouts over NaVi, so definitely a round that could go either way still.
And NaVi are just going all out. They don't want to stop for a second. They don't want to give Liquid even a chance to build up their momentum, get that pace, get that hype behind them. We're going to be seeing Seized and Guardian both stacking out in mids. They're looking for these tags and following it up pretty darn quickly. Guardian's going to back out of that one, and Liquid just taking their time. They've heard these scouts. They're just wanting to find out this information and find a little bit of something here. But they are certainly listening to what Moses said. Speed it up a bit, apply that pace, and they're already through on mid. They're not quite making it past CT yet. Maybe looking for that late sort of smoke here and just challenge off the back, but it's going to give Flamey the chance. His eyes were trained on that push up the tunnels. No one's pressuring from tunnels. It gives Flamey the chance, the opportunity, but it's traded out. This is perfect. Alish just breaks into B. That is the site under control. Hiko locks down mid. It's down to 2 for NaVi.
With no chance getting back into this round. Really nice B split coming in there from Team Liquid. Found all the frags they had to, put the pressure on the B bomb site. Flamey tries to push out, found 1, but it wasn't enough. The flashbang coming in from his teammates. So Edward will find Hiko. They're only just trying to save their guns at this point. So Hiko is aware of that situation. He gets taken down though. Still 2 players remaining for NaVi. Liquid need to justify now whether this is worth going on the hunt. I think they're going to probably just try and stay alive here, guarantee themselves 3 guns into the next round, but that's a big round for them to win. The money is not going to be in a good position for NaVi whatsoever after winning the last one. They're going to be getting $1,400 going into this round. So Liquid stabilise things, bring it to 3-3, and definitely have an advantage in terms of the economy as well. So we'd expect more of the same here. They'll probably just slow things down a little bit. They know the money is in their favour, but 2 guns safe for NaVi. This is where they probably go a little bit more aggressive and try and find that first pick.
But there's always that danger. Let's remind ourselves what happened with Guardian just keeping that orb before. There was a 5-7 buy-up and they made it count. This time, 2 rifles in play. Everyone else very light for this, a P250 on Zeus, so not too much else. Excuse me, actually Flamey going to pick one up here, and Guardian going straight hunting. This is dangerous. Round the back, Hiko needs to meet him face on. They do get the tag. Guardian backs away. No one split through those tunnels early. And it does mean the T-side are a little more cautious to this.
This is it. That's the aggression we wanted to see from NaVi. They needed to find the first pick there and apply the pressure to Liquid. Does a little bit of damage to Hiko, but nothing else apart from that. So now this passive play, once again, taking the long control for Liquid. This means the CTs don't really have many options here in terms of their defense. They just need to keep baiting and trying to see if they can find a pick. The smoke will go to Wild City spawn, and you'd assume the flashbang before they make their presence known.
You'd hope so, otherwise Guardian's having a beautiful time. Gets a massive amount of information, spots at least 2 players, tagging both up there as Elige is the first man on the scene, trading out there. Nitro's going to pick up Guardian. Bear in mind, Edward still has a rifle. The T-side are being broken down here pretty darn low. Hiko's low, Nitro's low. That bomb is yet to be planted. And NaVi looking to fight this one out. Why wouldn't they? Edward's been chunked down here, but they're so close, and they're boosting up the information. Adren takes the scalp off the seized, and now we're down to 3 for NaVi.
3 plays 3. The bomb is down there. No kit. Oh, there is a kit on Edward. So they actually have a real chance here. Hiko and Nitro finding the kills there, bring it down to the 2-on-1. Edward will just be deciding to save that AK-47, and it's another one on the board for Liquid. That's going to be 2 in a row. This has been a back and forth affair so far, but Liquid now stringing a couple of rounds together and should give themselves a decent chance in the next as well. The money won't be great for NaVi once more. They're probably going to have about 3K average across the board here. Edward saving the AK is going to help. You can hear the chants coming in. We're starting to believe now. They're coming to life here in this series. You can see the money on NaVi. It's there, about 3.3K. What's their play here? They have got the AK to play with. I'd say, oh, they are forcing it.
They're backing it as well.
Of course. This is where it gets dangerous. This is where the money can start to spiral out of control. And now then, we've got Adren on the AWP. Finally, he turns up with this weapon. What can he make of it?
Oof. Could have been something off the back of that, but nothing to be found just yet. We're going to see the kind of a score down for Edward towards long. He's going to get himself placed towards Pip, but in the meantime, C's being challenged out in mid here, kind of just desperate someone to push in. He's got Zeus to back him up if they do try and make a quick play through this. He's going to come back to the face, and actually they're trying to pick away at these 2 players. They try and back out of it. C says no. The nade just perfectly placed to Fugly's feet, but Nitro pulls it back in. Let's remind ourselves there are rifles here. There's a couple of bits to work with for NaVi. It's not going to be an easy round, and Adren chunked down so low. He's going to be a little more cautious. Guardian and Edward, arguably the men asked questions of very, very soon. Guardian waiting out by the ramp here on A. Nice work from Edward towards Nitro on the cross. Liquid caught out in the open now, being picked to pieces.
This is it. Edward doing some fantastic work there. Zeus pretty much seals the deal there. Just going to be Hiko remaining in this 4-on-1. Does manage to take down Zeus, though. A glimmer of hope, does have time to play with, and the bomb as well. NaVi needs to be very careful here as he makes his way onto the bomb side. This kill could be absolutely imperative if he does find it. What can he do with it? Then he does get taken down by Flamey in the end, and that's NaVi coming back into this. Nice round by them. Liquid now, they're on the back foot in terms of the money. It's only Hiko with enough to spare, and they're going to be pretty much on a quasi-buy. He probably could justify some P250s, but this is a real chance now for NaVi to get back into this.
And NaVi were relentless. They didn't care. They were like, okay, we're going to force into this until we break them. And they did eventually. So it's 4-4, as said. Now Liquid down to those pistols, maybe looking for a bit of just a playthrough towards B. They've been challenged out every single time. They've been taking fights here and there everywhere. They can't quite get the same sort of impact this time, but still, Elige, Nitro, Fugly, everyone lining up towards those B tunnels.
They've got 1 smoke to play with here, so judging by the setup they've got right now, I'd assume they're going to smoke in front of the platform, 1 flashbang through, and just try and force the issue here, but 2 CDs are waiting for them. Just got to slow down a little bit. No rush here.
It's going to be Flamey, the one playing sound. They've got a solid idea as to what's going on. Let's bear in mind, Liquid have not been too subtle thus far with their plans, but they want to slow down. They want to keep NaVi guessing as much as possible. No one's gone hunting for information from NaVi just yet. But with so much utility put towards B, you can imagine NaVi certainly have an idea as to what's going on as Flamian sees to keep those eyes trained so patiently. And as the seconds pass, the flash is going to be put down. That is Flamey completely blind. And that is the entry you would be dreaming of. Nitro and Elige make their presence known, but that's the bomb not quite on the cross yet. Zeus's nade finds Fugly. Zeus knocking on that door, wanting just to stop that plant, get something else. Get a little bit of a tag here. Adren off to the right, to the left, Elige. But those tunnels are looking more and more deadly.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it's a very difficult retake here, but Adren capitalizes, takes down Zeus. Nitro chimes in as well, and now we've got Guardian up against 3 players for Team Liquid. The bomber's down, is ticking away. He hasn't got a kit either, so at this point, he needs to find a kill in the next 5 seconds or he's absolutely done for. Time to get out of there, I feel. But he finds one, takes down Elige, and the bomb's going to be too far gone for him. And that's Adren sealing the deal. And what a round that is for Liquid to win. They have Tech 9s and 1 smoke grenade and a flash to work with. By their time in the tunnels, that flashbang was an absolute godsend as it flies in, but flashes both players. They get taken down, and that's a big, big round for Liquid to win. Look at the money as it exchanges over. Now they go into the deficit. Just USPs and PT50s purchased. Big round for Liquid.
Blow for blow here. Both teams going backward and forward. 5-4. What a scoreline. Liquid bringing out the big guns in this one. T-side as well. Nice work from Nico. Taking down Guardian straight away now. NaVi have not a great deal to work with, but they want to keep this round as clean as possible. Make sure this one hurts NaVi even further and deny any sort of monetary gain out of this.
This is it. It's a clean round so far. Taking control along once more. It's an area they seem to favor when making their way onto the A bomb site. Just going to be slowing things down, making sure they don't give anything away. Check every angle, smoke off every point you have to. And now then the CTs are rotating in. So another big grenade kill from Adren and a clean sweep there for Liquid. Fantastic round for them to give them the 6th on the board. NaVi looking a little bit rattled here. You can see their money still hasn't stabilized. They've got about $35,000. Not going to have that AWP. It's going to be the force once more, and this is where they get a little bit stubborn. If they lose this round, it's going to slip away from them this time. Guardian has the scout, and this is getting exciting. Almost to the point where you feel like Liquid can do this.
You said it perfectly. Stubborn is the word. They're keeping at this. They don't care. They're keeping at this plan they've got in mind. They're like, eventually they'll break. We're NaVi. We don't lose these games, but Hiko has none of it. Already going to take down Edward. Weaken that B site. But it's down to this 4v4. Flamey's not going to let this one drop just yet. Zeus going to push up on one. They know what's up, but that is the B site open again. Guardian can't see the cross. Zeus is a mile away, and Flamey's still on long.
This is really nice, simple Counterstrike coming in from Liquid, staying as a unit, pincering bomb sites, and is utilizing the talent they have in forms of Nitro, especially. These entry kills is getting a phenomenal. And now then we've got no kits on the CTs. They need to find a kill very quickly. I don't see it happening. The Famous and Scout in hand for the full retake. Hiko seals the deal there, brings it to the 4-on-2. Flamey and Guardian remain. They really haven't got any chance. They just have the option to save the weapons here. And it's looking very bleak for NaVi indeed. As all of a sudden, after that first map, we thought Liquid were out of this, but Hiko still keeps going. Just Guardian remaining now with that AK. Well, I was mentioning, we thought Liquid were out of this series. We thought Dust 2 was a complete write-off, but they're coming to life on this T-side. Very simple and effective Counter-Strike being enforced there.
And my God, is it good to see. Guardian looks as though he's going to be Chan-Chan in the last second, gets one on the way out. But it will be another one on the board for Liquid here. And if you wanted to see the presence, the impact that 6th man can have to these guys, Liquid have come out swinging here, fully aware of what they're coming up against, and NaVi calling the pause. They are rattled, boys. The crowd has got these guys shaking.
It's a team speak.
Okay. I was about to say, like, if these guys have been forcing the whole way through and then suddenly they're taking the pause, you know, maybe NaVi realizing rather quickly what's going on. But let's take in the attitude here.
This is the thing. So like now they're giving us so many force fights, so they're probably thinking, oh yeah, we're going to just do this with the scouts and the Famises. But Liquid actually looking really strong. I was having a look at the scoreboard, actually stepping up. Nitro 15 frags. He's looking formidable. He's coming out into areas, no fear. That's what we want to see from a young talent like this. Such great aim, great movement as well, and it's really getting in the faces and locking down these force buys of NaVi here. They are on the back foot. They need to start stabilizing the economy. They've got P250s and 5.7s this time. But this should be another clean sweep for Liquid. Probably expect more of the same. Feel out the map, take an area like long, stick together and go frag for frag. Now they are going to be boosting up to short. But you can see how defensive Liquid are being right now. It's holding that top of middle, waiting for any aggression to come in.
As you said, beautifully simple, clean CS so far from Liquid. It's nothing fancy, it's fast, but it works. And Guardian's going to have the first shot there towards mid. Gets a little bit of a spot, but he won't expect Elige so close by. And NaVi will start dwindling in numbers here as Elige wants a little bit of the glory, cleaning up these eco kills and keeping this round in check. down to Flamey and Zeus to do any sort of damage, and that's not looking so likely.
There we go then, just Flamey and Zeus remain here. They have only got the 5-7. Make it just a PT50, that's the final one. Adren makes it another pretty much clean run, and the lead's being dropped there. 8 plays 4 now, and finally we can have a decent buy coming in from NaVi here. Guardian has got the AWP once more. It's not a great buy though, just body armor and a flashbang to work with.
Wow, okay.
Double AWP setup.
Double AWP.
This is actually a very effective Dust 2 setup. This is when you can have 2 turrets in either bomb side, then you have a 3-man fragging unit in terms of the rifles. They could be more dynamic, so let's see how they decide to employ this one. I think this actually will work out quite nicely for them. Liquid taking long once more. They've got 3 players waiting for them though. Frags are exchanged. It's neutral so far. Hiko takes down Edward. The Guardian and Seas get one as well. The sniper rifles paying dividends there as it goes into the 4-on-2. Fugly and Hiko remain.
Hiko's trying to be a hero right now. He's been flashed up, he's been tagged up. Fugly breaks through along. Now Flamey and Caesar on the rotate. They were trying to cut through back and mid, and that smoke's to come down. They might be able to make it across that. Molly's going to at least push them back a touch here. There we go, it's burning the feet. Caesar's trying to be vigilant in this one. He's pushed up towards platform. Fugly does the damage. It's down to Caesar in this 1v2, and Hiko turned the tides in this round. Those mollies keeping NaVi toasty as he's desperate for the peak and not going to find it straight away. Hiko takes the tag, doesn't get the frag. And here we go, Seized, looking for the chance, and there it is! Hiko shuts it down, the double orbs get sent packing, and Liquid taking a astounding scoreline now. What a way for Liquid to turn this through.
Hiko with these kills towards long, very, very nice stuff indeed from him. And it was that Molotov towards short that forced one of the CT players off and to push into the bomb site, isolated them, and that gave them a great opportunity. And now Liquid looking very strong. They've broken the economy of NaVi once again. Pistols, Max 7s, Zeus is actually purchased. So what can they do with this? I'm not really thinking too much. As Adren has the orb, and as I say that, he takes down his nemesis. Guardian is reduced to nothing. Flamey has gone 18 HP as well. So another round looking very hopeful for Liquid here.
And NaVi are going to be scratching their head saying, what the hell has happened from map 1 to map 2? Because already Adren is going to find one more and add it to the list. But 3 players left here. Not in the right place, certainly not at the right time, and Adren, he's having a great build time this round, just locking down mid. Seas falls to his hand and leaves Edward and just Flamey here, trying to find an option, a gun, a rifle, anything, because things aren't looking good for NaVi.
No, absolutely not. This is the economy game from the spiraling out of control. That double orb setup looked very promising at the start, and then there's the clutch situations falling away from them, and now it's just Edward left in the 5-on-1. Another very clean anti-eco coming in from Liquid. We've got Edward, the final man on play. He should be dealt with any second. Nitro, though, gets taken down and gives him the AK-47. They're going to be aware of his position there. You can see them hunting. They know they want this kill. Hungry for blood here. Liquid actually manages to take down one more before he's dealt with, but it's not really going to matter. We go into the last round. Liquid have got 16k on about 3 players, so they're absolutely fine in terms of the money. Double AWP setup coming out once again for NaVi. Huge round for them. Liquid in the driving seat for sure. You can see them purchasing the auto snipers, AWPs. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath towards middle. What's going to happen here?
We've got 2 AWPs, 1 auto sniper, and a lot of damage about to come in. Look at the HP on NaVi. Ripped to shreds is Liquid. Firing on all cylinders. Fugly and Elige, the deadly duo, trying to make their presence towards B, but Flamey extinguishes what Liquid were building. And we're seeing the 3v3.
Exciting round so far. Adren still on that auto sniper. Here's the 3-on-3. They haven't really made much in terms of movement on the map so far. Still towards T-Spawn with these sniper rifles, hoping that someone else faces. Just going to be Zeus with the AWP on the other side. He's just thinking about going towards suicide. Manages to avoid any confrontation towards that area. Edward towards short, and the bomb is in lower B, so this could be a very important next few seconds here as Edward is still pushing. That charm though. The stadium is electric right now as we're in this last round. Round number 15. It's a big one for Liquid. If they can take this, they put themselves in a very strong position indeed. Time is ticking away. 45 seconds remain. The bomb is on Nitro. Things slow down now. Edward is going to push off, and Hiko finds the kill with the Tech 9. Fantastic work from him. Brings it to the 3-on-2, and Flamey and Zeus remain all to play for now. 30 seconds remain. They are in the right area. Flamey lying in wait. What can he do with this?
It's all down to Flamey here. He's going to make that first contact. Molly, perfect into the corner. He's burning alive. 1-for-1 trade out as Hiko again being the hero of this team. Perfect little shoulder peek before Zeus on the playback, and Adren gets it. Ladies and gentlemen, you wanted a team to represent you. You just got one.
Liquid coming to life on Dust 2. Now we can see what they can do on the T side of this map. Looking very strong indeed. The simple Counterstrike, taking key areas of the map and utilising the strong talents they have. And it has to be said, Adren stepping up. He's actually top fragging this map. We called him out on the last map, and he is going absolutely massive this time. Liquid in the driving seat as we're going to half number 2 here. They're going to be on the CT side. What can NaVi do here? A must-win pistol going forward. Let's see what kind of tactic they're going to employ here. Buys coming in. You would assume Liquid to go with a boost on the straw. It's kind of standard right now for most teams to do that. Let's see which route they go down with this one. The boost does come in, but it's going to be one player boosted out. One player for Liquid looking down towards mid. NaVi, 2 utility players, 3 sets of armor. Going to be controlling long as well with 4.
It's going to be a Dread probably to get a bit of a face full at the moment. NaVi are taking complete long control thus far, but Liquid didn't even challenge on this one. They had Nitro, Elige, and Hiko both focusing around mid here. Adren's gone and got the information. He's spotted out at least 2 players, going to buy time with a little bit of smoke. Actually back away from this. They're letting NaVi have the run of this site here. Watching that cross, Elige puts himself back into the smoke, and NaVi not having the best of times right now. Here we go. Who's going to break it first? There we go. C's comes in. Hiko from mid, though, shuts down Zeus, trying to back him up. And Fugly being such a pest, picking up 2. But it's down to this 3v3, Henry. It's not over yet.
It's definitely not over yet, but this bomb going down makes it very difficult for Liquid to retake indeed, especially when Elige is on such low HP. He does have a chance to face. Needs to find a headshot right now. It doesn't happen. NaVi seal the deal there and take down all of the players of Team Liquid. That long take coming in very nicely, smoking off key areas and then getting on. Bomb goes down and then Liquid force out of it. This is the thing now, Liquid. I wouldn't like them to see the force into this round. They have got this nice bed to play with. Don't need to force too much here. Just make sure you have a good first gun round. Get the AWP rolling, and that's exactly what they've done. I like this. It's disciplined. They're not trying to be stubborn like we mentioned before. It looks like NaVi going for the straight-up B rush here.
Nitro's in a great little spot. If Fugly can do a bit of damage, get it by a little bit of time, this could be quite good for them. Doesn't quite get the kill as NaVi will start pulling their way through. Nitro holding patiently, a little too patient there as Zeus will punish and the bomb will go down. This is a round that NaVi would need to build back into this clean, clinical, just pushing through, not playing into the hands of what maybe Liquid have wanted here. There's just a Adren left alive, P250 to hand, and seized is at the top of mid. Oh, lovely peek from Adren, but not going to happen. Seized will shut him down, and NaVi keep a clean track into this round.
Yeah, so they went for the simple B push there. It can be a high-risk maneuver. Obviously, if you can get in and find that first frag, it locks it down, which they did. It was quite clean in the end, but it's not something I normally like to employ. I like to kind of be a little bit slower and be more methodical, but there we go. It works out for them. Once again, though, Liquid will be on a pretty much full gear. I've got some 5.7s, P250s, and looks like they'll be going for something very similar here. Just a straight-up B rush once more.
And Guardian's going to spot out all these players crossing over, but this is a great flash coming in. It's held them all up. It's allowed Fugly the chance. Can he get some help here? Where's the backup coming in? It's just not paid off, and NaVi once again cleaning house. Fugly still fighting the good fight, but it doesn't work out as NaVi get control, only sees falling there, and another clean round for NaVi to build up.
Well, this is what I was talking about in the second one. The force fight didn't come in for Liquid, so they can actually get the AWP onto Adren. This is where it gets interesting, though. As Guardian, he is such a pest on the T side here. He'll be getting picks all over the place. They've got great money so far. What's Adren's play? Will he be going for the fake? He's actually be going for more of a defensive option, going towards long of his teammates. And he's going to be playing that turret on the A-bomb side. The long take comes in though, fast from NaVi, forcing the CT to fall back here. They're going to be boosting up onto the site and trying to regain control of the short area. This means they can actually focus on that and allow NaVi to come up towards long and then force the issue that way, get up the crossfires.
And they've kind of let NaVi have this A site to some degree. They did it in the pistol, they're doing it again, and hey, why not if you feel that comfortable? But there we go, Adren! Gonna take the fight towards Guardian, and that must be a nice little personal victory for him, even though there is still such a long road ahead here. More players on long. Gonna spot out the shoulder there of another Zeus, though. Might get tagged up from short. No easy access coming out for NaVi into this round. Gonna smoke towards that CT side of things as Adren keeping them busy along, and thus far, NaVi not finding a route into this round.
Yeah, a lot of damage being done as well. You can see Edward and Zeus very low HP indeed. And that's another kill from Adren. He's having a great round here. The bomb is down on shore, brings it to the 5-on-2. Edward and Flamey remain here, but the CTs are emphatic right now. They want to keep going. Nitro finds the kill on the Flamey. Just Edward remaining. He's got Guardian's AWP. And now they're going to be aware of his situation. Not really much he can do with it. The dream scenario is staying alive in this one, but Adren finding those key picks there. Gets Guardian to kick things off, and then the bomber towards shore. Great stuff from him, and now Edward burning to a crisp there. Liquid getting things done on the first gun round, though. They're not out of the woods just yet, though. NaVi with great back to cash. They will be able to rebound into this one. I think the York Guardian once more. And Dren probably feeling very confident after that round. He's got a decent spawn here. Could face middle if he wanted to, but is this the right call to make? Here he goes. Flashbang goes over. No one going to get taken down just yet.
Dren's looking for that fight towards Guardian as well. A dangerous one to be picking, but Dren will back out of that. Not going to outstay his welcome. Guardian will get some control in mid. The smoke's already down, though. So NaVi looking to maybe build off this, go back to what people expect, that slow build up through short. Something Maniac was discussing consistently, especially with NaVi's T side. But this is a fast NaVi. They want these fights, and actually they catch out of Dren. Great work from Zeus then, just reading the pace well, but not building straight off the back of it. Elige going to keep him honest and send him back just a second here, as it looks like NaVi looking to rotate out of this.
So Liquid need to find out what they're going to do. Here comes the reaction. They've actually decided to leave the B bomb site completely open, focusing their efforts towards middle. Fugly thinking twice of it now. They have got the man advantage. Guardian making his way out short with the AWP, trying to see if he can scout out the site, but it's 3 players towards long. Just Hiko to play for. Can he find the double? He does it! Takes the bomb down as well. That's sensational stuff from him, and pulls them right back into this round. Flame is wondering what the hell just happened as Hiko gets away as well. He answers back, brings it to the 3-on-3, and now it's just a Lee on the bomb side. What can he do here? Nitro coming in to back him up, and another great shot here. This round is so back and forth.
Liquid are playing on an unbelievable level at the moment, but it is Flamey left alive, a man of supreme caliber, but the cross is being held thus far, and Elige tucked in, but wow, somehow Fugly didn't just spot that out, and Elige falls. It's down to a 1v1. 15 seconds. Flamey faking it out, takes the shot, and Fugly claiming it for Liquid in the last throws of that round. Hiko turning the tides at long, and simply sensational, some might say. Liquid are playing out of their mind.
Hiko is saving the day there. What a play by him to get them back into that round. Fugly with a mental fortitude to hold on to it. Doesn't get distracted by the fake bomb plant and takes down Flamey to secure it. That's actually going to put NaVi in a difficult position in terms of money. They still have an AWP and a couple of rifles, but 2 players on pistols. This is a real chance for them now to take this second map. If they win this one, it's almost guaranteed at this stage. Here we go, round number 21. Liquid looking incredibly sharp.
And Guardian, desperate for a peek here, desperate to find his team a way into this round, but missing out by a whisker. Smoke down behind him. He gets a shot. He doesn't take it perfectly. Elige punishes, and now Nitro looks to just dive in on this. Why not? He gets the tag. He gets the kill. Nitro doing serious work here as Elige is going to close down, and it's such an imperative round. Liquid again leading the fray.
Hiko just relentless here from Liquid, not showing any mercy as they take round number 14 on the board. Looking so strong right now, and like I said before, NaVi now looking down the barrel of map point. They're going to have to force up with Tech 9s and Deagles. This is such a difficult round for them to win, and Liquid just looks so good right now. So brave and facing these angles and winning every single gunfight, it feels like. Adren going for the face towards mid. He wants to get this job done right now. You can see there is 1 player for NaVi still towards T-spawn with the bomb. There's 2 players make their way towards lower B. Is something wrong with Edward? He's just sat in T-spawn right now, but let's see what's his players here. Adren trying to spot any sort of intel towards middle. And that's going to help. Headshot made towards Xbox now, going to take it to a 5-4.
Yeah, Elige going to have to try and dart out. That backup did arrive in the form of Hiko, but he gets overwhelmed. But Elige stops him in their tracks. And NaVi fall like flies, and this looks like we are on the verge of getting to that ever so important round. Dren's going to add a little bit of another nail to that coffin, as Edward is your last man standing. Supreme play on the first map. A little quiet here. Bomb is going to go down, and it's a 1v3.
This is it. He's got it all to play for now. M4 in hand, has got a Molotov as well. Smoke goes down. He's on the other side of it. Oh, could make something of this, you know. So all 3 players are waiting for him. He's going to push through. How is this going to go down?
This is insane. Edward, he gets 1, he gets 2. It's down to a 1v1 here. Adren against Edward. Bomb planted, smoke in. Edward, that molly goes out. Adren's on it. Oh, and Edward goes wild. The final seconds keeping NaVi alive.
What was that? The most sick play I've seen in a clutch. They're 3-on-1, pushes through his own smoke, gets down 2 players there, and Adren, it looked like he had the full defuse on lockdown. The smoke denies the Molotov onto it, but Edward does enough and actually resets the money for Team Liquid. What a round from him to keep NaVi alive here.
Anyone who used to adore what Edward could do back in the day has just had flashbacks of the caliber that he can just bring to these games. Now NaVi back with a chance. And it's a small one. But Fugly gonna find Flamey here. But he does recover the rifle, so he's not in a bad spot. But look at this, straight through smoke into the hands of Seized, and he'll welcome that with open arms, leaving just 2 alive for Liquid.
Oh, I need to cut that off in the last round, but there we go. Hiko gets the kill onto the board. He's going to be the last, well, Adren, sorry, he's going to be the last remaining player here in this 3-on-1. Not really sure what he can do with this. The bomb is down towards middle, but there it is, Guardian now. And if Liquid come back to lose this one, they're going to be haunted by that round from Edward. Absolutely amazing scenes here. We've had some big clutches this tournament, but I think that may be one of the best yet. Crazy stuff. It looks like Liquid are going to take a pause here. Probably the best time to do this, Lauren. Like, you can feel NaVi getting hyped up after that, that morale boost that Edward gave them. You can probably feel, looking at the faces of Liquid now, a little bit disheartened by that one. Obviously still in a great position, but this is a good time to take a pause, to slow down the momentum. Don't let the adrenaline get to NaVi and get them fired up. So you wanted to slow it down right now while you still can.
Stop anything building in its tracks, and you can hear that crowd have been certainly behind Team Liquid throughout this entire game. So NaVi obviously needing every piece of momentum that they could have gotten, so even just that being removed is going to be a factor here. But a brilliant buy thus far for them. They're relatively well set, just looking at what Zeus is going to go for. But for Liquid, this has been something unbelievable. I think the Desk can have a whale of a time with this one afterwards, but this is something you don't expect every day. And was this NaVi being a little overzealous and feeling that this is their map? Or was this one of those performances that you can't take away from Liquid?
They weren't really gathering too much momentum on that CD side. They kept forcing over the scouts, the Famis's, the shotguns. They kept just thinking, okay, guys, we did it on Cobble loads of times. Let's just keep doing that. And it just seemed like that simple Counterstrike that Liquid were employing there, just great aims, individual skill. We talk about Legion Nitro all the time, and I'm such a fan of that as well. Hiko had some fantastic moments as well. But Adren, he has to be the MVP, really. He was just 100%. Getting job done. Really, really nice stuff from him. And it looks like now they're just trying to take advantage of this pause as long as they possibly can. Let everything settle. Everyone calm down on the NaVi side, and they're going to try and work out how they approach this round. I think they'll just do themselves a favour and just take another eco here, get their money balanced out, don't have to force anything just yet. Hasn't got to the danger zone. This will bring it to 14-10, but they're still absolutely fine in that position. I
still get flashbacks to what NaVi did to Luminosity, and it was exactly this sort of marker. However, we are back live into this. The scoreline, believe it or not, is 14-9 in favor to Team Liquid here on Dust 2. Second map in the semifinals at IEM San Jose. And a pause, a break for thought for Liquid, just coming through here, trying to take whatever they can away from NaVi and reset that pace.
Here we go then. Just slowing things down. Is making sure every kill is going to be vital here. Liquid setting themselves up. The flash comes in the middle. 2 players push from the middle. This could be interesting. Flamey gets the first one. Being joined by the teammates there. Guardian chimes in as well.
Savage
round for him, but that's just textbook play from him. Doesn't get the third, but he's already done all the damage there. Hiko chimes in, gets the 5-7 kill onto Edward. Just going to be the last remaining player here.
He's an absolute animal, Guardian. Those shots are just brutal, and I'm so close to thinking he got that third then, but unreal stuff from him. But
this
still,
is such a huge round.
This is big.
Now. This is the one that could define the game. It's the replay of your screen there. Finds one. That second shot there, pretty impressive stuff. But there we go. Round number 25, Adren once again with the AWP. This is what it comes down to. This is going to set the tone for the rest of the match.
All right. What are we seeing so far here, Henry? Because it looks like NaVi are taking things a little slow. They're not rushing too much just yet, but they're looking for some map control.
Let's see what Guardian's. He's gone towards middle here, trying to find a pick here. This is classic NaVi so far. They don't commit to anything too early. They let Guardian feel out the map, see if he can find anything at all. They're quite happy to run the clock down to around 20 seconds before they actually do anything. Guardian just looking for any sort of activity towards middle. Nothing going to happen just yet. As they send players towards the B tunnels, just going to be scouting out absolutely everything. The idea is to try and force out any utility the CTs have, make them feel like they're under pressure, maybe when they're not. So you can see there's actually not much left for the CTs here. They've got 1 smoke and 2 incendiaries. Adren has got the AWP towards A. He'll be holding that area, and it looks like NaVi are opting to go towards the B bomb side this time. 1 player towards mid. He will be baiting out the CT spawns, but here comes that flashbang, and there we go.
Fugly, you better be ready. The flash is completely blind him, comes out of it, goes down, Seized is in. Now it's down to the cross. Can Nitro turn the tide? Perfect flash again. This happened before. It's happening again. Nitro gets down 2, but it is a 3v2 here. NaVi still have the numbers. They've got the bomb on the site, and Adren and Hiko are so far out of this round, though.
They still have a reasonable shout here. The problem is Adren with the AWP, very difficult to take the B bomb site on Dust 2. You can see them kind of contemplating now, is this worth it? as they come in, the bomb ticking away. 3 players to find and a defuse to come in still. This is almost impossible as the flank's coming in as well. Here we go. Zeus gets one, should get the double as well, and that's a Dren going down. AK spray to finish things off, and it's another big round for NaVi. Things getting a little bit scary now for Liquid as they go on to yet another eco here. For the love of God, do not force buy. This could be so detrimental to them. Just eco is still in the safe zone. Just don't let it get to that kind of scary place you're force buying and giving yourself the double eco. Let's see how they go into round number 26. NaVi coming to life once again, and it's all off the back of that clutch from Edward. He's kept them alive in this series.
Big player living up to that reputation that he warrants at this point, and as you said, Liquid opting to not go for too much this round. We do have a couple of pistols here and there, a little bit of armor for Fugly, not much. Flash to suit that P250 with a Dren, but NaVi just kind of putting out the feelers. Flamey getting a little bit kind of tentative towards those speed tunnels, but Edward flashing into long, actually forced to a leash.
Not really sure why you'd have to commit to that point. This NaVi just was slowing it down. They need to work the picks, running into the absolute trap that Liquid has set up. Guardian does neutralize the situation, brings it to 4-on-4, but that could have been very dangerous indeed. They need to make sure that rifle isn't exchanged over, and now they're going to be flashing off and just getting back into a group position as they make their way to pincer the B bomb site. Just going to be one player for the CTs remaining there. That's going to be Nitro. He gets dealt with, and NaVi salvaged around from what could have been something very dangerous indeed.
Yeah, a little bit of a curious kind of over-aggression maybe from Edward, not too sure, but as you noted, it was
It's just a very tight choke point to face and commit to, running out the doors, and you don't really have the intel as to what may be there. And him going down, if they'd have got the AK and taken down the second player, that could have been all falling apart, and all the hard work they put in so far would have been for nothing. But they salvage it, they found the grenade kill and got the hell out of there. So 3 CTs remain. They have picked up that AK. It's going to be Fugly wielding that at the moment. And you'd imagine he probably just wants to save that into the next round. They have got a reasonable bank of cash. There'll be a maximum loss bonus after this round. So I wouldn't be surprised if they brought the double orb setup out themselves. They could have the option to. I'm just wondering who would wield that. It's normally only a Dren that would play with the orb. But here he goes, taken down. Fugly still has that AK. And now we are getting a little bit nervous for Liquid as they get number 12 on the board.
There is a lot, you know, the crowd was pretty pumped up after the little bit of time, but it has gone very quiet as NaVi close in. NaVi are a deadly team.
I don't think it's quiet.
No, you don't think it's quiet, guys? I don't know.
There we go, the double orbs come out, so Nitro and
here we go.
This is another sort of thing when all else fails, try and get the orbs out and get those picks and deny any sort of splits coming onto the bomb side. So what can they do with this? They're not going to be going anything too aggressive so far. One player towards CD spawn is going to be Fugly. He's been boosted up in this, I call it the AZ position. He played it so well when he's in Dignitas. It means when the smoke comes down CD spawn, he can check over that box and spray down anyone crossing up to B. It's going to be one player, Nitro, into B with a AWP. They're committing just one for there, and they're hoping this setup works out for them.
Well, NaVi have started to become highly successful on these plays towards B, so a nice little adjustment from Fugly if that's maybe to deny at least the mid-presence. And we are seeing a very deep, very passive Team Liquid thus far, excluding maybe Hiko, just trying to keep tabs on long where Edward has been pressuring. But nice little flash from Hiko, pushing out towards short, keeping them guessing as to if there's a presence here. But Zeus, he's looking, and now Guardian, the deadly man himself, is going to be looking so cautiously towards his side.
The smoke goes down towards CT spawn, takes away some vision there. CT trying to work out what's going on. They are going to opt to go back out towards mid, NaVi. And this is where the position in CT spawn could actually come into full effect. Here it goes, Fugly.
It's all him right now. He's spotted out one. He's going to take the first shot. Nice work from Fugly, but it's answered immediately by Guardian, and Edward's going to follow up. A is now looking very vulnerable. Adren is where the buck has to stop here, but that flash is going to be perfect. Edward doesn't fall, and for the second time of asking, Edward will get the shot. And look at Fugly so close by. When's the shot going to come in? He had the perfect chance. He let it slip, and NaVi are back in this game.
That shot, though, Adren, if he'd hit, that could have been a different story, just coming out of the flashbang, unable to make anything happen there. And it seemed like that opening kill there from Fugly could have been really important, but NaVi does answer back straight away. Just going to be Nitro saving the AWP, and NaVi come another step closer to bringing this one to the draw as Nitro gives away his position. Edward finds him, and you know for sure they're going to be hunting him. They want to get his AWP out of his hands. That's going to be another kill. Zeus goes down now, brings it to the 2-on-1. They are going to be winning this round, but they just want to make sure they go into the next with absolutely nothing. And they save this orb. They definitely have a reason to justify the force buy. And will he be able to survive? He's got 7 HP, and there it is. Flamey takes him down. And you can see the money still is reasonable for Liquid. They've got about 3,500 across the board. Fugly has got 7k, so he's going to get the AWP. They fancy their chances here. This is the round it all leads to. Double AWP setup, triple AWP setup for NaVi. What is going on? This is going to be crazy.
This could be heartbreak for Liquid if they run that gauntlet.
There it is!
Oh, the dome comes out. Fugly falls. This could be so close to being over here. NaVi on the verge of turning what looked like the dream map for Liquid. As Elige is going to go down to Edward's hand. And this game is falling to pieces for Liquid here. Guardian tucks himself under the shot Adren went for. And what do they have left now?
Hiko mounted the climb here. Elige tried to react after the AWP kill comes in. He pushed the doors. He got punished for it. Hiko's found a kill onto Edward, but there is another player waiting for him as well. He needs to work out whether he can justify pushing into these long doors. Thinks better of it. Maybe not, though. Going in for the kill. There it is. Zeus takes him down. That may be the kill.
As Henry seems to be dying as well as America's hopes and dreams are at the moment. 13-14. Cautious stuff from NaVi. They're not rushing too quickly towards A. They know that there's players left alive, and it's going to be down to the wire here.
Absolutely.
Adren and Nitro just looking to keep hold of these weapons. NaVi clearing out the site as they go, not taking anything too lightly. Adren's going to be watching the push-up through mid in case anyone tries to remove them, but already it's seized on the hunt.
Yeah,
but
so
let's take stock here, because this has suddenly gone into a very different matchup.
yeah, this will be the 7th round in a row for NaVi. They're looking for middle wall right now. They're going to be hunting down Liquid once again. They've got so much money to play with here. They've got like 10k next round for most of the players. They know where Adren is now. He should be able to find this kill here. The C's trying to bait out another shot, but Guardian takes down Nitro, and they're going to know exactly where he is, and that could be it, really, because Liquid go into the next round. They got about $3,400 average to buy with, Lauren. This was looking so strong for them at one point. This was like, I remember not so long ago, we were talking about, oh, you don't need to force buy these ones. You're in a great position. Just take your time. And the Edward Freeman came in and just changed the storyline here completely. 3 Famises purchased, an M4 and a shotgun. Nitro with the Max 7 going into lower B. The thing is, though, NaVi already have control of long. Very aggressive play coming in from Liquid now, pushing towards the top and middle. Elige
has the chance to turn the tides at least into this round, but Caesar's going to at least get wind of that back away. Zeus is going to meet Nitro with force, and this touch of aggression, this dash of audacity from Liquid into this round is just being met so just head on. I don't know what they can bring out of this one, as Edward is already out on long. Flamey's not too far away. As Hiko is still standing, he's been consistently playing long. Of course, they're going to be a little cautious here, and they are a touch low, so taking their time here.
This is the thing. Liquid have no kits. They needed to find that first kill to give them the real chance into this round. They can't allow the bomb to be planted here, and it looks like it's only going one way, as NaVi have established there's no presence towards long whatsoever. They can set Guardian up on that platform. The rest of the guys can execute onto the bomb site. Hiko is waiting towards the quad area. Adren now needs to find something through this gap in the smoke that NaVi have gifted him.
He gets the tag. There's the first. Edward goes down. Can anyone else chime in with this sort of impact? They need it now. C's has taken down Adren, so it's down to 3. Hiko, Elige, oh, he goes! If there's any time for him to come into his own, it was then. But now it's down to a 2v1. Fugly, Hiko's just done something perfect. You are now with so much pressure on your shoulders, and Zeus denies it. It's going to be NaVi on 15. Liquid had a taste of victory. They had a shot at it. They saw the light at the end of the tunnel. And NaVi have just decimated this. That
was such a nice play from Hiko as well. Waiting for so long towards the quad area. Gets flashed in by his teammates at just the right time. He finds 2 kills, but it's not enough. We go into round number 30. It's gone all the way. And I can't believe that NaVi are in the advantage now. One more round makes them series winners here. 5 Famises for Liquid. No kits, no nades real to speak of. Need to find a kill here. NaVi are aware of the situation, just taking it nice and slow now. AWP back in Guardian. You can hear the crowd trying to help out. This is all to play for now. Liquid need to dig deep here. What can they do?
Well, that is not the start you would want. Flamey has gone and found Adren. It's down to a 5v4, and they're going to just separate the 2 remaining players. Well, sorry, excuse me, the 2 on each site. Thus far, Elige and Hiko on their own. Nitro and Fugly about to be in a world of trouble. Elige trying to turn anything on its head into this round, as Nitro knows he's surrounded. They're trying to get some map control, pushing into those B tunnels. C says no, but Nitro and Elige keeping hope alive. Liquid are not done just yet, but it's Edward and it's Flamey. And now it's a 2v2.
It's come all the way down to this. Liquid's tournament life in the hands of Nitro. He's been great this series. He's got the bomb in B tunnels. NaVi need to find it. This grenade may take one of them down. It's not quite deep enough now. Edward on 5 HP. How are they going to approach this one? It all comes down to this moment. Could be the double spray. No, it's not. Flamey controls it, and the map goes towards NaVi. Liquid. Horrible scenes with them. They had so close to taking this map, and they're denied it. That 3-on-1 situation from Edward. I called it at the time as they came out to lose this series. It all came down to that moment, and I feel so bad for the guys. They worked so hard for this. They looked so strong in the first half, and now they have the bitter pill to swallow of losing 9 rounds in a row, I think, towards the end there. What an amazing last map that was. NaVi playing out of their minds there. You've got to feel bad for Liquid, Lauren. You've got to feel bad.
There's going to be nightmares of this game for years to come from Liquid. They put everything into that second map. They gave it everything they had. They got to 14 rounds, and you thought time and time again, it's going to happen soon, it's going to happen. And time again, NaVi just take it away from the Americans there. You know, what a beast of a team, though. You can't take it away from NaVi in this instance. No matter the odds, no matter the situation, they are
it was
formidable.
just heartbreaking considering the way Liquid were playing. That's what I'm upset about. They deserved to win that map.
They did,
We
100%.
wrote them out of it at the beginning of it, and they proved us wrong. They got 11-4 in the first half. They did so well there. And then it all goes wrong. After they even got themselves to their 14th point. It just looked like, I called it was over. I said, well, here we go. We're going to the third map.
Didn't?
And then the 3-on-1 from Edward. That's going to be the talking point in the analysis deck, I think. We can have some replays of that. We can try and work out how that went so wrong, or so right for Edward, I guess. But that was the beginning of the end, and unfortunately for Liquid, they do go out now in the semi-finals here at IEM. It was so promising, and my heart goes out to them.
I think all of us feel, you know, a little bit of sorrow there for those guys, because it must be so heartbreaking to be that close. But with Liquid's loss, it does mean it's NaVi's victory. So guys, let's head over to the stage to hear from Guardian and OJ.
Thank you very much, Pansy. Let's first off we'll start with the winners first. Guardian, you heartbreaker.
I'm not. That wasn't me. Like, I was playing good, but I wasn't the player that, like, broke the heart or something.
Who was that? What was the moment you think that turned it around? Because it looked like that second map, it looked like it had got away from you.
Well, I would say we played like a team, so everybody did his job, so I would say everyone.
But what was that one moment, do you think? What was the one moment that turned it around?
I would say it was the 1v3 that Edward won against, I don't know, on this side. So I would say that was the key round that changed the game.
Well, you're through to the final now, taking on TSM. Is that a match you can win? Because you've beaten TSM before, you can do this.
Well, TSM is a team that we can play and we can beat. So I would say we have some chance, but we will see. I would say it will be about the team game and skill. So hopefully we will be the winners.
Well, thank you very much, Guardian. Fabulous, fabulous win. Thank you very much, Guardian, there from NaVi. Very much worth a round of applause. And it wouldn't be right, as we're here in San Jose, in America, to talk to you, Hiko. That was so close.
Yeah, I think that last map, we definitely had it. We just let off the gas at the very end, and we let them back into it, and we weren't able to win those really close rounds at the end. It came back. It's unfortunate for us.
Was it them, how they were playing, or was it how you played at that moment, that one seminal moment that turned it round in that map?
I mean, as Guardian said, that 1v3 that we lost, we should never lose that round ever. And right after that, everyone was really tilted. We fell back into our old play style where everyone's playing really afraid and really passive, and we were just running into the team NaVi, just their bullets. So it's sad.
And it was very, very close. I mean, it must have been down just a couple of bullets. The amount of health I didn't see, but it must have been small. At the end, to put it into overtime, what goes on inside you? What goes on inside your head at that moment when that happens?
We see Nitro shooting the first guy. We saw the second guy as well. You know, it's unfortunate he didn't kill that guy. It was very close. I didn't see how much HP he had either, but you know, it shouldn't be down to that to even go to overtime. We should have won way earlier. And yeah, you know, I can't blame Nitro for losing that 1v2, but you know, it still is unfortunate. And as I said, we shouldn't have let it game that close.
Well, listen, Hiko, it's been great watching you play. How has the experience been of playing this tournament in America? You got through to the semi-finals in front of this crowd. How has it been?
It's amazing. The crowd was awesome. Sorry we couldn't win, but you know, we appreciate your support. Hopefully we get more big tournaments like this. You can hear it right now. It's just amazing.
Well, thank you very much, Hiko and the rest of the boys from Liquid. Fabulous play. It was so close at the end. So, for a bit of analysis as we get towards the final, which will be TSM taking on NaVi. It's going to be a great final. It doesn't have a North American presence, but it will be a great final nevertheless. And remember, we've got the show match on the way. But to look through that, to analyse it, let's hand over to Alex Richardson, the machine.
Thanks very much, OJ. And the arena did fall a little silent towards the end of that one, but a great win nonetheless from NaVi. The mental fortitude and just the ability to come back. Henry said it there, 9 rounds in a row. Hiko again stated they did go on tilt. I've got Maniac, UYNK, and Moses to talk about this one, and I'm just going to throw this into the pen of analysis, and I'm going to let you guys just run away with this one, because that was for me personally, a hard-to-understand loss for Liquid.
I mean, it was their map to lose, and they lost it. They even NaVi even managed to win both pistol rounds, and they were still losing 14-7, which means that Liquid, well, for the most of the game, they played an amazing game, but that 1v3 by Edward completely turned the game. Hiko said it all, that you could see after that they felt the pressure, they started playing more scared. When they lost the initial player, then they would make some silly pushes. I mean, I understand you lose a player, you're down 4v5, you have to do something, but you need to realize under what circumstances did you lose that player. If you just lose that player out of a NaVi's default, there's not anywhere you can push by yourself, because they cover all parts of the map. You know, if you lose a player, you know, by something else, then you need to work together to get that return kill. I don't know, what do you think, Moses?
Well, I mean, just while you're talking about that 1v3, the 1v3 that they just stated on stage changed it all for NaVi. Let's put that up on your screens, and Jason, you can walk us through what went so damn right for Edward, or went so wrong
if you can hold
for the boys
tears,
at Liquid.
of course.
I mean, it's a very nice play, and that kind of a situation, like, the odds against you, they're so stacked. You have to do something. You have to do something that you wouldn't normally do. Gets aggressive behind the smoke, and he knows if he just sits here, they're going to trade him off. And this flashbang just catches Nitro, or not a Nitro, but it catches someone so perfectly.
Does it get all
just
three?
so blind. No, it just gets one, but they lose him in this. The flashbang also, like, hearing goes away, and he just sneaks in, and that's brilliant. I almost actually thought Adrenaline was just going to be able to stick that, but, I mean, what a round to win. And that's the thing, too, because Hiko even mentions it on tilt after that. Yeah. That is the kind of play that puts you on tilt, but you, Maniac, mentioned it earlier in the day. Being a professional Counterstrike player is not just about DMing. It's not just about watching your demos. It's you have to have a mental toughness, and you can't go on tilt in that kind of a situation. 14-7, you have rounds to play with, and you can't just lose your focus off that one round. You can't just drop the ball the way they did. I mean, 9 straight, that's insane. That just cannot happen.
No, absolutely. I think that's a very great example of how the psychological aspect of Counter-Strike is so important. I mean, I've been there, I've been in such situations, and it's also even more difficult when you have a round, you're in a 3-on-1, bomb is planted, even unconsciously you're thinking, we are going to get there. This is the 15, and maybe there are eco behind it. So whether you want it or not, you're already projecting yourself into winning the map. And you get all hyped, and I'm pretty sure the communication must have been really quick in that round, like hot and stuff, and then you lose. And suddenly you realize, oh no, we let that go. We let that occasion go. And it's so hard to keep your composure and keep focused and forget about this terrible round you lose. I mean, for me, Liquid didn't even really play that 3-on-1 bad. It's just Edward pulling the perfect reaction to the clutch.
You know what they did start doing bad, and Hiko mentioned it as well, is just after that, you could see they're on tilt. They started playing every situational for the rest of the half, really play. I mean, that last round was a 3-on-2 at one point, and it turns into a 2-on-1. So that means that, you know, their players, you know, maybe a little bit too scared to make some kind of a play, but not grouping up, not trading a kill off, you know, getting picked off 1 by 1, and then leaving Nitro in that 1-on-2. I mean, even in that situation, you have an advantage to take this map into overtime.
Even the round before that, when Hiko was hiding in the Gandalf position, that's called, he gets 2 kills. For
you shall not pass.
I like it. I like
people
it.
call it Gandalf. I don't know. I have no idea why behind the white box. Yeah, but and they were also in a 3v2 real quick. Then Guardian gets 2 sick headshots real quick, and it turns out in a 1v2 again. So I like, you know, we talk about this from NaVi's point of view. They're down 7-14, so you always have that term, you know, round by round and everything. I agree with that. That's the mindset you should have, but that's not enough. If you look at it, every time there's a comeback like this, there's a crazy round like the Edward round. You need something, you know, you need to win a round like that,
your star needs to pick you up, and that's what
Yeah.
we didn't see out of Liquid. We didn't see any of those stars kind of pick up the slack in those last 9 rounds to make some kind of a game-changing play to swing the momentum back in Liquid's favor.
and you could see how Adren played well in the first half, but then you see him missing a couple of crucial shots after that round
That
they
shot
lost.
towards long, like,
Yeah.
that could have changed it all.
Yeah, if you killed Edward there, I mean, that's the worst position for an opper. Like, if you're standing on that slope and long, you don't have long covered, then you're getting pincered from both sides. So, but yeah, you need to be able to hit that shot. Edwards, he was the only guy at long. After that, he could have, focused on Cat, maybe gotten a kill or two and win a round for his team, but didn't turn out.
Yeah, actually, we've been talking about NaVi being a team that can go a bit on tilt or having trouble handling his emotions.
Yeah.
But when I look back at the tournament, I think it's like the second or the third time that they actually overcome a great deficit. It was already the case on Luminosity, on Overpass. They were like down 14-11, 14-12.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very strong statement of how solid they are. I mean, you can never count them out. Even if you got the 14 round, you do not win the map. You have to go to 16 round, really. And that's very impressive.
I think this is where we need to give some credit to Starix, especially because he's calling for the team. We all know that Zeus is a very emotional player, right? So, while he's arguing with his teammates, Starix is in the background thinking about we should, and then when they finish arguing, he says, all right, guys, whatever happened, now let's do this, and this. And it really helps you, to know exactly what you're doing in a crucial round, in a round where where the economy system is being reset.
So circling back to that professionalism, that kind of professional tag that you get now as a professional player, let's talk, a little bit about the kind of polar opposites of Liquid and NaVi. I mean, these guys have been doing it for however long. NaVi have been at the top of their game for iterations upon iterations of CS to varying degrees. And you look at Liquid, these are a new roster. You've said it yourself, you've got 2 players who are the best of Liquid, Nitro and Elige, new additions really. They're just starting to get their feel for it. That must play a huge part in why that went that way. Just that they're not used to pressure like that.
I mean,
is that an excuse? Am I throwing an excuse?
I don't want to do that as an excuse because these are guys who have been traveling to events for some time now. I mean, they've been playing in international competitions. They've been playing against the best in the world in white. I mean, this is a whole new scale with their home crowd cheering them on, semifinals of a big tournament. To not, I mean, I don't want to use it as an excuse. All you can really say is it's just another learning experience that they have to utilize moving forward. They have to learn from this. They absolutely do. But it's not, at this point, that should start getting better. I mean, that's a big mess up for 14. I'm still a little heartbroken, Alex.
It's like a disappointed father. You sound like, I'm not angry, Liquid, I'm just disappointed.
It's like watch. It's just on loop over and over.
I mean, we talk about, how players need to be professional. You can't let your emotions take control over you. Like, I'd like to point out all of these players, I mean, especially Zeus, Edward, the older players, Taz, none of them started playing Counterstrike with a vision, I'm going to make a living out of this. I want to be a professional Counterstrike player. Everybody just started playing for fun, gradually got better, started competing and everything. But, these newer generations of players that are coming, some of them have the attitude like, I want my career to be a professional Counter-Strike player, So we'll see with newer and newer players coming in, how's that going to influence the scene? Maybe we're going to see less, mistakes like this. It's going to be interesting.
Saying that the new generation of esports professionals on the horizon potentially. That kind of wraps up what was a rough ride for Liquid, especially onto Dust 2, as they were so close to taking it into that third map Overpass. Unfortunately, they do fall by the wayside, and we do have our confirmed final. It's going to be TSM up against NaVi. That's going to be kicking off. Not yet, because there is something to be done, and I can see already there's some excitement on the desk. Moses, you got any words for your opponent on the desk?
Coming for you, baby.
That's right. If you are wondering what on earth we're talking about, 3v3 is going to be going down between Maniac, Henry G, and Anders. Between, of course, the North Americans, we have Moses. Oh, what's wrong? Stemler and K-Sharp.
I just noticed you almost forgot about Anders there, and it's pretty understandable when he's stepping into an aim match.
Yeah, he's been playing deathmatch the whole game.
Yeah,
he's still not worried.
He's totally ready.
Still not worried.
I told Hiko at least one of us was going to win today. If it wasn't them, it was going to be
You
us.
see, Anders is actually saying that his plan is to be like the bait. He was like, I'm practicing my bunny hops. I'm going to keep drawing the fire. He's got a whole strategy based on. So it should be a fantastic, guys. It should be great. They're all going to pick up a laptop, of course, if they pick up the win. 3 versus 3 is going to be kicking off very, very soon. A little bit of a show match to keep you interested while we do, of course, let them catch their breath after that semi-final. TSM NaVi will be following that one, and it's going to be spectacular. For now, though, we're going to take a quick break. A thank you again to Plays.tv for bringing this all together. For now, though, from Intel Extreme Masters, we say goodbye, and when we come back, it's 3v3, and one of these two members next to me is going down.